And developing right now, a judge warned former President Donald Trump he could go to jail if he continues to violate a gag order in his hush money case. The judge fined him $9,000 for previous violations. Mr. Trump must pay the fine by Friday right now. The banker of Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen, is testifying. The banker, what did the banker do? It's a game of Clue. Allegedly helped attorney Cohen open accounts and used that money to pay adult film star Stormy Daniels. Prosecutors say Trump and his associates tried to bury negative stories about him during the 2016 presidential campaign as well. It's a hush money trial. He's pleaded not guilty. Joining me now is head of the Illinois GOP, former head, Pat Brady, and former assistant U.S. attorney. You fit into all of who we need to speak to here. Okay, contempt out of the gate. I mean, this is definitely a slap in the wrist, but it's a judge who says, listen, you got to stop talking. What's the message?
Well, contempt is a judge tells you to do something and you don't do it. Mm-hmm. And this is criminal contempt. So if he does it enough, the judge has the option to throw him in jail. And it's kind of an outdated law because the maximum fine he gets $1,000 per violation. So this is nothing to Trump. But the judge did say in the order, very interestingly, that if he keeps it up, you're going to jail. And I think, and I've said this before, if he keeps it up, usually in a criminal courthouse, there's a lockup right next to the judge's chambers where people go to sit out their contempt proceedings. And, you know, Trump does it again. He has indicated that he's going to throw him in jail. And this is his last warning shot, I believe. So I think that the president's going to have to cut out this witness intimidation through social media.
It's remarkable. So he's intimidating witnesses. He's intimidating jurors. You know, knowing the words he used and the effect they had on January 6th, if I'm a witness, if I'm a juror, I'm going to be scared if he's intimidating me. I mean, these threats, don't they rise to like the next level? Because the words he says have power to somewhere in their mom's basement listening to what he's saying. And if I'm one of these jurors, I might be thinking, oh my gosh, God, I can't convict this guy. I don't want him coming after me. Does all this intimidation and all of this babble on social media talking about the judge and talking about jurors, doesn't this set up the potential if he's exonerated for a retrial or something like that?
Well, no, because once you're found not guilty in a criminal trial, you know, double jeopardy rules out ever being tried again. But you make a great point. One of the jurors that was actually selected early on is like, whoa, he started hearing from people in the neighborhood, and she was very much intimidated. The reality is, you have a former president of the United States. This isn't even a mob boss in New York. This is the former president who got, 76 million votes and incited an insurrection and a riot at our Capitol. I would be scared to death to be on this jury if I were living there in New York and received a threat from the former president of the United States. So your point's well taken. This is not just some regular Joe making intimidating comments. This is the former most powerful guy in the free world with 100 million followers making these comments. So yes, it's very a high risk of intimidation.
Yeah, and I mean, a guy whose words led to an insurrection. So it's not like we don't have empirical data where, oh, his words mean nothing. So let's move on from that. A Monday deadline is now set for Mr. Trump to pay his New York judgment, a fraud one, worth $457 million, or the AG there says she's going to start taking his properties. Going to happen?
No, it won't happen. It's bad optics for the AG, and I thought that they had some of this already worked out. So I don't think that you're ever going to see the New York Attorney General going in and taking Trump Tower. It'll look bad all the way around. So I suspect, and I may be wrong on this, but I suspect they'll get this worked out either for a lesser amount or he'll find collateral to pledge. But I'm just wondering politically, now that people are actually getting facts and not just Trump speak, if this is having any impact on the presidential election. And if you base it on the polls over the weekend, it really hasn't been. It's just more enraging Trump supporters to get out and vote because they think it's all just a big witch hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, it is working in his favor. The man is
It has
the master
all the way
of
through. It's
media.
worked in his favor. I said,
Yeah.
Democrats, you guys, you got to stop this stuff because this ain't helping you.
Yep. Okay. I want to talk to you about Governor DeSantis and former Trump meeting up, but we'll save that until next time. We are out of time. Thank you, Counselor. Pat Brady, former head of the Illinois GOP, our good friend and former assistant U.S. attorney. Thank you for your time.
See you, Brad.